My name is Jason, I'm 32, and until 3 months ago, I thought I had the kind of relationship people envy. 8 years with the same woman, Emma. 8 years of memories, vacations, holidays, inside jokes that only made sense to us, and a future that felt so secure I stopped imagining anything else. We were engaged for a year. Our wedding date was already set. Everything felt solid, permanent. I didn't know I was living in a perfect lie. It all started on an ordinary Wednesday. I was at work, exhausted, trying to survive yet another long meeting. My phone buzzed. Just one simple notification. Congratulations on your engagement, Emma. Ring clinking glasses. It was from a girl we both knew. Someone neither of us had talked to in years. First, I smiled. I thought it was about us. But then I noticed something weird. The message was sent to Emma, but I was tagged with another man. A man I had never seen before in my life. My heart sank slowly, like my body needed time to accept what my brain already knew. Something was very, very wrong. I clicked the tag. Took me to a post. Public engagement photo. A fancy rooftop. Rose petals. Fairy lights. A man on one knee holding a ring box. And Emma standing in front of him, crying. Crying the same way she cried when I proposed to her. The caption read, "She said yes. I can't wait to spend forever with you, my love." I stared at the screen until my vision blurred. My hands felt numb. My breathing went shallow. My coworkers continued talking like nothing had happened, while my entire world cracked open silently. First I thought, is this old? Photoshop? A prank? Some sick coincidence? But the date was right there, posted 12 hours earlier, while I was asleep next to her. I felt dizzy, sweat on my palms. I left the meeting without saying a word and walked straight to my car. I needed air, space, reality. Called her, straight to voicemail. I texted her, delivered, not read. I knew she was at her yoga class, something she started going to months ago, something I never questioned. I opened Instagram again, checked the guy's profile. His name was Adam. His last 10 photos? All of him with Emma, her cuddling him, her holding his hand, her smiling in ways I hadn't seen in months. And the worst part? The photos went back almost 2 years. 2 years. Meaning for the last 2 years of our 8-year relationship, she was living a second one. My hands shook as I scrolled. Dinner dates, beach trips, a Christmas photo with matching pajamas, a caption that read, "She makes life worth living." My stomach twisted. I felt like throwing up. How? How did she pull this off? How did she balance two lives so perfectly? I confronted her when she came home that evening. She walked in all calm, tossing her gym bag onto the couch, humming, completely unaware that her double life was seconds away from crashing. "Emma," I said. My voice didn't even sound like mine. She looked up, saw my face, stopped breathing. "What's wrong?" she asked softly. I held up my phone with the engagement post open. The moment she saw it, everything in her face collapsed. Her knees buckled. She covered her mouth with both hands, whispering, "No, no, no." Not an explanation, not a denial, just panic. "Who is he?" I asked. "How long?" She didn't answer at first. She just stood there shaking, tears spilling out like her entire world had flipped upside down too. Finally she whispered, "Jason, please, please sit down." "I'm not sitting down," I said. Just talk. She sank onto the couch, buried her face in her palms, and cried harder. I didn't mean for this to happen. That's not an answer. She looked at me with red eyes and said 5 words I'll never forget. I love both of you. I felt something snap inside me. Both of us, I repeated. You're engaged to both of us. She nodded slowly, ashamed, broken. I know, I messed up. Adam doesn't know about you. You don't know about him. I didn't want to hurt either of you. My mind went blank, completely blank, like I was looking at a stranger wearing her face. How long? I whispered. She hesitated. Then, 2 years. I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was too painful for any normal reaction. 2 years, 2 lives, 2 relationships, 2 engagements. Why? I asked. Why would you do this? She wiped her face. I didn't choose one of you because I couldn't choose. With you, I feel safe. With him, I feel alive. You're my home. He's my passion. My whole body froze. My fiancée, the woman I trusted with everything, the woman I defended, supported, loved, was dividing her life like it was nothing. That night, I left. The next day, I contacted Adam. I expected anger, disbelief, maybe denial. Instead, I got silence. Then, let's meet. We sat at a cafe. When I showed him my ring, his face changed. Pain, betrayal, realization. He had no idea. He thought she was all his. He thought he was planning his future. We talked for an hour, comparing timelines, comparing lies. Every time he mentioned something she did with him, I realized she had done the same with me. Identical dates, identical trips, identical lines she used. She had duplicated her life like a copy-paste file. Eventually, Adam leaned back, exhaled, and said, "We should tell her together." And we did. We confronted her. Together. She completely fell apart. Tears, apologies, excuses, promises. But it didn't matter. Her double life ended that day. Adam broke up with her. I broke off the engagement. Her family found out. His family found out. Her entire lie web collapsed in 1 week. She begged for another chance. Said she'd choose me. Said I was the one she truly wanted. But I finally realized, if someone has 2 lives, you'll never be enough for either. I walked away, and it was the best thing I ever did. Now, 3 months later, Adam and I still talk sometimes. 2 men who were supposed to be strangers, connected by one woman's lies. Sometimes, losing the person you thought you loved is the only way to find the truth you needed. And the truth was simple. She wasn't choosing between 2 men. She was choosing between 2 lies.